I've been talking a lot about race. And not the one Sha'Carri Richardson was in either. A lot of people talked about that. Oh, Sha'Carri Richardson, she placed 9th place. Oh, she placed 9th place. That's about 100 places better than you or I. You know, she's 21, she'll learn. You know, come on. But I've been talking about another type of race. I'm talking about the race, the social construct, which is in the United States, that puts us on the bottom and then blames us for our own conditions. It says you need to hustle harder. You need to work faster. You need to work longer. You shouldn't buy clothes. Don't buy a shirt. Don't do anything. There's some people that don't get it. They don't get it, they don't understand it, and they need to be educated. And that's my job here. I'm going to educate you. Let's use the news to educate you. Let me introduce you to the Parkers. Here goes the family, the Parkers. They live in Ohio. What part of Ohio? Loveland, Ohio. Loveland, Ohio is a lovely place, and they have a lovely home in Loveland, Ohio. The Parkers were trying to sell their home and felt like they were being victimized in a widespread problem known as appraisal discrimination. Now, I've covered this in the past, but unfortunately, it don't seem like my coverage is helping. Because, damn it, black people are still being discriminated against for no reason other than their blackness. Yeah, their skin color is black. And when they go to appraise their home so they can resell them, they're getting lowballed. Mrs. Parker, Erica Parker, she took the step that she didn't want to take this step. She felt bad doing it. She made a video, she put it on Facebook, about what she was reduced to doing. Taking all the pictures and shit off her walls of her home. She did so reluctantly. It made her ashamed of the country she lives in and ashamed that this is reality. That something she values so much, something they've loved and raised their kids in, is worth less just because their black bodies were inside of it. No reason other than that. After working with an appraiser who valued their home much lower than they expected, they hired their own appraiser who came back with a price of $92,000 higher. I went from like crying to angry crying. I didn't really stay in one walkthrough too long. My husband was focused because he's like, I knew it. I knew it was wrong. You're right, folks. Michael Neal, a research associated with the Urban Institute, testified on the issue during a federal task force first meeting on August 5th and noted the research that identified homes owned by Black and Latino homeowners are often valued systemically lower than those of white homeowners. We're currently hearing these stories nationwide about this really acute problem being faced by homeowners of color and Black homeowners in particular. The balance of the research certainly suggests that this is a challenge and that this is a real issue. The Parker family has an attorney who is working to take the next steps. They're also encouraging other homeowners of color to know their rights. You know, when I brought on Sean Rochester, the author of The Black Tax, on this show, and we talked for about an hour, and the various forms that Black people are discriminated against in America. Not during slavery, though I'm pretty sure there was a lot of discrimination in slavery. I mean, come on. But this is present day.
Let's talk about real estate, right? Because real estate is about 64% of the wealth portfolio of the typical Black family. So it's incredibly critical and important, right, for wealth accumulation. And I think you have seen and probably already talked about the difference that came up with the appraisals, right? For example, in the family that was down south, that was a biracial family, where one of the spouses was Black and one was white, and you got $140,000 differential depending on, you know, who the appraiser thought owned the house, Black versus white. You know, things that are irrational. Now, if you heard that, we would localize that, right? We would say, well, that's that couple. That's that town, right? It's not truly representative of what's going on, across the landscape. But the data is actually quite different. The levels of anti-Black bias are quite high, and then the issue becomes how is it manifesting itself across areas that are really critical for wealth accumulation for us in ways that are financially impactful in a negative way, right? And the data is very clear in that. It comes up again and again and again.
Home ownership, purchasing, financing, loans, entrepreneur loans, anything bank related, education, health care, selling your car, buying a car, getting finance for a car. All these various ways where it's very expensive to be Black. We talked about that, and for some reason, the left wasn't fucking interested. Now, I've been told the reason why the left wasn't interested is because, well, I'm too big and Black. The reason why it had to be me talking about these issues because too many of you coon-ass motherfuckers would whitewash the information in order to appease white people that watch your shit and get to your program. I, on the other hand, have the guts, the nuts, the courage, and the backbone and spine to tell white people the truth, to tell Black people the truth, to tell white people the truth in front of Black people, to say that shit with my chest in front of Black people, white people, Asian people, don't matter. Because I ain't surviving off one individual people, and I'm not worried about who I lose. I'm worried about who I free and who I stand for. This is a problem. If it wasn't a problem, I'd be talking about something else. $90,000 is a lot of money. Maybe you should cover that. Instead of smear campaigns against another Black man, you motherfuckers. Just a suggestion, do what you want. Cowards.